brought to you by myself, Viki Chang, especially and exclusively for Lifestyle TV USA, and you will hear from me myself about news from this part of the region, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, especially on the current affairs of people, business and economy. Thank you for joining. First, headlines of the main story. The first week of August 2021, the first news, girl climbs onto the rail of a train track and leans over, possibly about to jump. Commuters on the platform immediately activated the emergency stop button and the staff immediately responded at the site. Conflicts and the way forward. So really, with school counselors, it's really a hit or miss behind the challenge of safeguarding student mental health. Next story. Based on the current data provided by the Ministry of National Development, over 90 hotels in Singapore have served as quarantine for locals and travelers. Singapore, as COVID-19 infections continue to rise, the number of hotels that have served as isolation facilities has jumped from more than 70 in May to more than 90 as at Wednesday, August the 4th. And since March last year, these hotels have at some point been used as government quarantine facilities or stay-home notice dedicated facilities. Many families are using these quarantine times as get-together times with the families, and also they upload videos to show their life in the quarantine areas. And Singapore is banking on a cartoon to keep Indian tourists interested in the Lion City, which is a perennial favorite among Indians as a family destination. The Singapore Tourism Board's launch of a cartoon aimed at Indian kids is presumably in the hope of. Back to the headlines and the details of the main story. Back to the main story. Girl climbs onto the rail of the train track and leans over, possibly about to jump. The commuters on the platform immediately activated the emergency stop button and the staff immediately responded on the site. The Ministry of Transport has reached out requesting that all the footage of the incident be taken down from all social media. In a number of videos and photos circulating online, a girl can be seen to have climbed onto the rail of an MRT track and was leaning over precariously. The incident, which took place in the afternoon at the Yio Chu Kang MRT station on Monday, 2nd of August, had police and officers with the Singapore Civil Defence Force who arrived within minutes of the 2 p.m. incident. A video submitted to the Instagram page said
The rumor was that she somehow climbed over the trail while there wasn't any train moving, and two of her friends came up to the MRT station shouting from afar to get her attention not to jump. The train station on the north-south line were disrupted at about 1:55 p.m. The female commuter was subsequently brought to safety and apprehended under the Mental Health Act, said the police. She was also arrested for criminal trespass. In other news, the spotlight of mental health of students is highlighted. In the light of the pandemic and the recent tragedy, the mental health of Singapore's distressed youth is back in the spotlight. Last week, President Halima Yaacob said on Facebook that parents, schools, and society were ill-equipped to deal with youth's mental health issues. With school counseling being one of the first port of calls for students, why is there a disparity in their experiences with school counseling? Given the task of managing both students' well-being and their academic standards, what challenges do schools face? As part of plans to strengthen schools' capabilities, the Ministry of Education aims to deploy more than 1,000 teacher counselors in the next few years, up from the 700 in schools now. Teacher counselors are teachers who have received additional training so they can help students who are dealing with more challenging social emotional problems such as grief and loss.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a news for you. And we are already in the second half of the year 2021. And what have you accomplished in 2020 and the earlier part of 2021? And the news for you, news and views myself, Asian Chief for Lifestyle TV USA, and I've brought to you. So ladies and gentlemen, myself from me to you from Singapore, all the love, protection and safety to you and your families.